Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lions TV, and today I'm bringing you guys a transfer daily video. Now, there's one massive, big, huge story to talk about that's going to make a lot of you guys very happy. But before I get into the video, if you haven't pressed the bell notification button, please press that and stay notified to all things Blue Lions TV. And one more request, please. Smash that like button. Please help me get 500 likes in this video. If you enjoy my content and enjoy my videos, it's the least you can do. But anyway, getting straight into the video, starting with the main story for today, and that's Emerson Palmieri. Now, yes, you guys, we have agreed and completed the signing of Emerson Palmieri. All he has to do now is just complete his medical. That's going to take a few hours, and he's going to be officially announced by the club. Chelsea have agreed a fee with Roma. 50 million euros, the combined fee for both Emerson Palmieri and Dzeko, plus an additional 10 million euro fee on top. But in regards to Dzeko, talks are still ongoing with their player, his representatives, his agent and the club. But I'm going to touch on that later on in this video. But sticking with the first story, and that is Emerson Palmieri. Yes, he's officially a Chelsea player. It's going to be announced by the club soon or early tomorrow. He's going to cost about £20 million. He's agreed a 4.5-year contract, but when it comes to his wages, reports are conflicting at this moment in time. It's anywhere between £42,000 a week to £80,000 a week. But if anything, I'm guessing it's £42,000 a week because, again, when players agree to sign to clubs, usually there's a wage structure. Of course, if you're a key player, you earn the most. If you're a first team player, you earn a lot as well. But then if you're a rotation player or a backup player, your wages normally reflect that. Now, I'm thinking that in regards to Emerson having that £80,000 a week contract, I think that's if he meets a lot of clauses in his contract, appearance fees, goals, so many other clauses in his contract that will probably add up to make £80,000 a week. Anyway, he's due in London to complete his medical, and now that he's become a Chelsea player, that means that Kennedy can finally make his long-awaited loan move to Newcastle. In my personal opinion, Kennedy should have already been a Newcastle player already, and he would have been playing way more games, but we know what it's like at Chelsea. None of the young guys especially can leave unless they're replaced first. And Kennedy has already been pictured making his way up to Newcastle again, and hopefully this time he isn't going to have to come back again, because if you guys have forgotten, he was actually making his way to Newcastle during the summer, but then he had to come back because a deal for a left wing back never materialised. All I'm hoping is that Kennedy will be playing in midfield, playing further up the pitch and not playing as a left back or left wing back anymore. But yes, Emerson Palmieri is a Chelsea player. As I've stressed before, I've done a video with Italian Football TV. I did it with Marco Messina, and we did a long discussion stream talking about Edin Dzeko and in particular Emerson Palmieri. So if you want to understand what type of player he is, how good he is, what his potential is and what he can provide to the Chelsea team, make sure you watch that video. It's going to be in the link in the description below, and it's going to be in the annotation on the top right corner. Now, my opinions on the transfer. Am I happy with the deal? Personally, I am. I wish we had got Sandro. Maybe something might happen in the summer. I know I sound crazy, but who knows? We know that Marcos Alonso has stated numerous times in interviews with Spanish media that he would like to return back to La Liga in the future. So who knows? But what I do like about Emerson Palmieri is that the type of profile of player he is a type that's really going to complement how we play as a team. Now, a lot of you guys would have known the things I've said about Alexandro, the fact that he can beat a man one-on-one, he can get past his opponent, these, world-class crossing. Of course, Palmieri's crossing is on the same level, open to taking on an opponent, plus he doesn't need that support on the flanks to really bomb forward, similar to Victor Moses on the right-hand side. And I think Emerson Palmieri is a completely different style of player compared to Marcos Alonso. And I like when two different players for one position of two different categories, because I think you get the most in terms of tactical flexibility and obviously options for the team. But the big reason for why I really like Emerson Palmieri is finally there should be some pace coming down that left hand side. For the price we're getting him for, it's pretty decent. Yes, he is just returning from an ACL injury. ACLs aren't really particularly ruining players' careers as they were back in the day, and I really think that the type of profile he is, I think he's going to do quite well at Chelsea, and I think this could be a very smart, astute signing, similar to when we signed Azpilicueta all those years back. Not many people knew of him. Of course, he had an injury himself and look at the type of player he became. Now, moving on to the second story of the day, and that's an update on Edin Dzeko. Now, as I did state earlier in this video, a fee has been agreed, but the hold up is due to personal terms. Now, I've got some news to disclose to you guys. Dzeko's been talking to his agent Silvano Martina, and Dzeko's been talking to his representative Red Zepišić. And I know I completely destroyed and butchered that name. But the reason why there are delays are down to numerous things. First of all, down to contract length. Now with Chelsea, as all of us know, when you're past 30, you only get a 1-year contract. But here's the thing, Dzeko didn't necessarily want to force a move through to Chelsea, but he's open to the idea. But of course, if he's going to move to Chelsea, he can't rely on a 1-year contract. You know, he's got a new family, he's got a newborn kids. They were just about to settle down in Rome. So if he is going to move to another country and move his family, he needs reassurances that he's going to be there for more than a year. Another doubt that Dzeko has is how much game time he's going to get. Of course, he won't be able to play in the Champions League because he's cup tied. So he really wants assurances that he is going to be played and used often. And the last discussion point is also in regards to Dzeko not necessarily knowing if Conte will still be the manager next season. And when you're a player, you need to know who the manager is going to be, because when new managers come, they have their own ideas, they want their own players to come in, and that can affect your job at the club. All the information that's been said so far today. Now we're going to know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Now, for me personally, I kind of think that some of the news that we're hearing today is kind of old. Maybe this was news from yesterday, because here's the thing, if Chelsea have agreed a fee for both players, if Chelsea are willing to spend that amount of money on Edin Dzeko, there's no way that we're going to give him a 1-year contract. Not for that amount of money, not for those types of wages. It is quite interesting too that Chelsea have broken their policy, and I'm wondering what's going to happen with our squad players. You know, if you're Fabregas, if you're David Luiz, if you're Willian, you're going to be thinking, well, I don't want to accept terms of signing a 1-year contract. If you're signing Edin Dzeko, who's going to be 32 in March, you're paying all this money for him, if you're giving him all these wages and he's getting more than a year's contract, that's not fair. I'm not going to accept that. I've been here way longer than him. That's the kind of issues that can happen. So if Chelsea are willing to let Dzeko sign more than a 1-year's contract, maybe they're going to start negotiating their policy with the players at their disposal already. And ending on the last story, and this is a complete random one, but that's in regards to Arnautovic from West Ham. Now, it was reported by the Evening Standard and Sky Sports that Chelsea have been linked to him, and they made an inquiry to West Ham in this window. As I did state earlier, when Slimani and Ashley Barnes were linked, you know, it's okay for clubs to need their contingency plans in case Dzeko doesn't come. Dzeko's been having ongoing talks with the club. He wants to make sure that all his terms are going to be met first before he agrees to sign for Chelsea. Let's say hypothetically he doesn't like the offer and he wants to stay. Dzeko doesn't necessarily want to force a move away, but if he has to go, he's not going to be too upset about it. I did find it funny, however, that even though the Evening Standard and Sky Sports announced that Chelsea made inquiries for Arnautovic, there was nothing else to the story, literally nothing else. So that's really telling me maybe Chelsea leaked that out to the press to put pressure on Dzeko and his representatives and his agents to really get things running and obviously secure this deal pretty quickly. But just being hypothetical, if we really were linked with Arnautovic, which I don't think is the case, I think he is a good player as well, and you know, he's the type of player similar to Morata that can play across the front three. Obviously got great dribbling capacity, he's 6'4", he's huge, very, very strong, very good control. In a way, he's always been like a, and it's no surprise to me why he was seen as a young Zlatan when he was younger, making it at FC Twente. But I don't think there's anything to the story, even though he's done very well. And you guys keep hearing me make points about if only we could use players more innovatively at Chelsea. I think Arnautovic is a prime example of that. Since he's been playing up front, he's really shown a different level of form and class, and it's no surprise why clubs are starting to look at him and notice his talent. But anyway, you guys, that's going to bring an end to today's Transfer Daily video. What do you think about the signing of Emerson Palmieri? Are you guys happy with that? What do you think? I'm going to run a poll later in the community tab, so make sure you vote so I hear your opinions and get your perspective if you're happy with this deal. Also, please press the bell notification button and stay notified to all things Blue Lions TV. And also, smash that like button. I want 500 likes for this video. Please do that. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. I'm the EFC. This is Blue Lions TV, and just one more thing, I'm going to have a surprise guest on for tomorrow in regards to the Arsenal vs Chelsea preview. It's going to be a really big one, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm going to be recording it straight after this video. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Line CV. Signing out.